Welcome to a new video of JMSpeedshop. So in the background you can see a very nice classic Porsche. This is what we're going to drive today. I'm going to do a review on this car. So this is a 1983 Porsche 911 SC, so a Super Carrera. It's a 3-liter engine in it. So this is the G model 911, so that was built between 1973 and 1989. So this particular model, the Super Carrera, was built between 1978 and 1983. So, and the only car that was delivered was the Super Carrera, the 3-liter version, and from 1975 I thought you got the 3-liter turbo. So this is a very, very nice car. This particular model also has a rebuilt engine. So I just had a look around the car and it's just like new. And I think with the sun on it you can really see the nice bodywork. I think the color suits it very good. So let's show you around the car. So like I said, 1983 car. So this is on standard ATS 15-inch wheels, Hachmesser wheels, also called. So you can see how nice the bodywork is. The Super Carrera had a little bit wider body than the model before, than the normal Carrera that was built up to 1978. So it's a little bit wider. It's just a very nice car. It's also very clean. There's really nothing to see in it, no stone chips or anything else. Also from 1979 the headlamp rings were from chrome to painted. Also the window styles were normally chrome up to 1979. Also the door handles. After that they were aluminium black anodized. So yeah, very, very nice. Also, when you hear it, you can really hear. I really like this kind of sounds. You can really hear the mechanical sound of these cars. It's just, I really like that. So it's a very standard interior. There's not very much to it. It's just all is buttons and analog gauges. So when you look in here, you got just the glove compartment. You got a original Becker radio, fog lights, rear window heater, cigarette lighter, of course. There's still an ashtray in this car, of course. And this is only for the ventilator, for the heating, because it's an air-cooled engine. You got the heat air from the engine, hot air. So this is controlled with this button in the middle. I hope you can see it a little bit. So yeah, so you can just switch it. So let's show you under the hood. Also, this car is the only luxury option it had. I thought it was standard electrical windows. Also on the other side there's one button over there, of course. I think for a car like this, it's just there is still some room in it. I thought it was. I don't know for sure. I just have a look how much it was, how much space it is in here. So you got a spare wheel in here. They all like this. Most spare wheels in the 911s where the wheels is just folded up, and you can pressurize it, and then it will get bigger, of course. So they need not that much space. So batteries in here, some tools, I think. As you can see, it's really clean. Fuel tank is under there somewhere. Very, very clean. Here's also the chassis number plate, I think. Yeah. Oh, this car has no power brakes, I thought, or it has power brakes. I'll have a look. Yeah, it's power brakes, but there's no ABS. So no ABS. It had power brakes and now no power steering. So in the interior, very nice fabric. I really like these old style seats. Also in the back you can fold them down, you got more storage room in here. This car has done 127,000 kilometers. So from 1983 you see that's it's a 34-year-old car. So I think that's not a lot. So on this side, fuel tank, oil temperature, because it's an air-cooled engine, so your oil temperature is very, very important. You got the oil pressure. Of course, the gauge is most important, I think. Kilometers up to 240. I thought this car has a top speed of around that 240, 245. I think it's pretty fast in a car like this. And just the clock. So nice style steering wheel. So the engine. This is a 3 liter flat 6 boxer engine, air cooled engine. So what we got, you got no air conditioning in here. Of course the big fan that blows air over the cylinders. You can see here it's blowing air in here, down over the cylinders. So yeah, if you want to do some maintenance on these cars, you have to drop down the engine most of the times. So there's a connected 915 5-speed manual transmission. So yeah, let's do a test drive in this classic 911. So that noise is really nice from the door. Just love it. So key on the left, Lamar style. Fuel pump. Starts right up. Really nice. A little bit of ventilation in here. So it's my first drive in a classic Porsche. I drive some Beetles. I don't want to put some Porsche lovers on the one foot, but it feels a little bit like a Beetle. The view is very good in the car. It's a small car. So I really like these kinds of cars. They are really made for driving. So like I mentioned, there's no power steering, but yeah, the engine is in the back, so it's not that heavy to put it to turn it when standing still. So if you move a little bit, it goes good already. So yeah, 1983 Porsche. This is a G model, like I said, Super Carrera. So yeah, done 127,000 kilometers. So they built the Super Carrera with 3 engine. There are 3 different power deliveries available. So the first years they had 180 horsepower, later on 188, and from 1981 till 1983 they had 204 horsepower, like this one. It also got a lambda control Kiatronic fuel injection. So with the lambda control that was easier to get the fuel control better. So you got a little bit more power, but what I also saw in the specifications is that the engine got up in the years a little bit higher compression ratio. So that will also bring a little bit more power in these engines. So yeah, it's just that sound is just I really like air-cooled engines. So yeah, built from 1973 till 1989. They built them with the different engines. The first was 2.7, 3 liter and a 3.2 normal aspirated. Later on, I also got from 1975, you got a 3 liter turbo engine with 260 horsepower. Later on, it got a little bit more. And then you got also the 3.3 liter turbo. So the 3 liter turbo engine has the same base as this engine. That's what I found on the web. So the base of this engine is pretty good. So yeah, the front compartment, just had a look. You got about 200 liters of baggage compartment, so that's yeah, it's a 911, so I think that's pretty good. So power delivery, yeah, 204 horsepower, 265 newton meters. Get a little bit used to again to the pedals are on the floor mounted, so they're not hanging. So you have to. It feels like you have to put them to the floor. So you have to get a little bit used to it. So the only option, I think, is most things on these cars were standard. It had also electrical windows. I thought you had also an option for air conditioning. This car does not have it, so yeah, got some ventilation. It's not that warm yet. It's about 20 degrees outside, so it's still pretty good to do. So this car should do between 5.7 and 6.5 seconds from 0 to 100. I think it's more in the range of just above 6 seconds, I think, when I look to the power delivery. So the weight is about 1160 kilograms empty. So that's ready about 1255, so I found something about that. So that's already the driving weight. So yeah, it sounds very nice. You can really hear that mechanical engine sound. There's not that much insulation. I really like that. I think also read an article about the 911R that a lot of people like that noises. Everywhere there's a little bit of noise. Everything cracks a little bit. That's what I think these Porsches are really attracts people to them, because it's just an old style car. There's not that much electronic. It's all really pure. There's no power steering, that sort of stuff. You really feel everything that's in the road, every bump. It's just, yeah, it's maybe not the fastest Porsche, but yeah, it's just a small, very small, nice car. You can really see the road. Really nice. Brakes are really touchy. Yeah. We got no ABS. No power steering, so we got a little power brakes. I saw the brake booster. So this is the first time I revved it a little bit. You don't need to drive this car above 3000 RPM. It's just nice. So the rev limiter is 6800 RPMs, and then it's also delivered that it delivers the max power delivery is 5900 RPMs, delivered at 204 horsepower. So just before 6000. So yeah, 0 to 100 should be possible in about 6 seconds. So the torque delivery is also very nice. It's a little bit better than I expected, I think. It's just a really nice driving car. So I think we should do an acceleration test and have a look how good it is. So let's do an acceleration test in this Porsche 911 from 1983. Should do around 6 seconds from 0 to 100. So let's see what she does. Sound is just very nice. So the 911 G model, like I said, is built from 1973 till 1989. So you got a different model range in that years. So the first years you got the 911 and the 911S from 1974 till 1977. Later on, from 1974 to 1977, you got also the Carrera, and also after the Sport Coupe, you got also a Carrera back in 19 1984 till 1989. So the names changed a little bit. Also, for the US market, you got a 911E that was delivered with a 2-liter flat 6 engine. That was also in the 912. It was the 911E, only US market. 1975 till 1989, you got a 911 turbo with a 260 horsepower. Was the first in a 3-liter. Later on, you got a 3.3 liter, and that was at 301 horsepower, I thought. So that model was also called the 930. So it's a Porsche 930. Also, that's also a G model 911. So yeah, I think I suspected it's better than I expected. It's the feel on the front wheels on the road is really good. You can really feel the road. I really like driving it. I think it's not the fastest car, of course, but from 1983, it's a very good driver. And also, this one is looking like new. When you're driving fast, the ventilation flow is going up. I think that's pretty funny. So, I hope you like this video about this 911 Sport Carrera 1983 car. It's for sale at passioncar.de. I put a link below the video. You can click on it and go to their website. They got a lot of young timers and classics for sale. So have a look on that page. I also put a link to the advertisement of this car straight away underneath the video. So I personally didn't know what to expect from an old 911. Because yeah, this is the first one that I drive from this era. So yeah, it's better than I expected. The feeling to the road is really good. You can really feel the road through the steering wheel. It's really direct, and it's not. You got a lot of grip. Also, when you pull away in first gear, you don't have a lot of wheel spin. It's really, you can really control it. So that's, I think, a really good one. So, and if you look at the prices of the 911s the last few years, they are going up a lot. So I think it's also a car where you don't lose money on, and it drives really good. And this particular example has an rebuilt engine, so that's also pretty good because that's an expensive thing on these cars. So yeah, I think it's just a really nice car. I really like this interior. I prefer it in these kinds of car above leather because it's you don't have air conditioning and the summers get really hot. So yeah, I just really like it. So I hope you like this video. Give a thumbs up underneath the video. And also have a look to my other videos that I have on my YouTube page. And don't forget to subscribe to the page. In the right corner for you, there's a button. You can click on it, you go to my main page, and you can also subscribe to my page for more nice and old classic cars and special cars. So see you next time. Bye bye.